so we always start off with what's new, right?
What's new?
Can you do the thing?
I can do the thingy for you.
Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.
What's new? Who's new? Anybody new? If you have a book, if you're new here, if whatever is happening in your life, this is the time to coffee clutch about it. So please feel free to come up and share with us. Anybody? Any takers?
Yes.
Come on.
We'll get to the chapbooks later, but I just wanted to say that as a basis for this, I took a paper that I wrote 50 years ago. And I mention that because you talk to writers and they'll talk about their files, their dead letter files, whatever they call it. And I've got 5 banker boxes full of drafts from 1958 on. So anytime I'm bored or can't think of something to write, all I have to do is go through that. So don't throw those drafts out. I mean, there's a place for all this stuff. And specifically if you're writing things down on paper. So I just mention that because it's a great value. You don't know when you'll need it.
Love it. I do too. I have boxes of drafts. And you know what's really great? When I pick one out and it's just as good as it was then, if not better, oh my God, I wrote this. Oh, this is so good. I have to use it for something. Oh my God, it's so good. Anybody else? Barbara, please come. It's the next turn on The Price is Right. Come on down. Right here, honey.
Okay. I brought my book. This is me at 22, and this is me at 82.
All right.
It's a brand new memoir. It's all true. It's about 60 years in nursing. I retired when I was 77, so I decided to write the book. It's got all kinds of adventures. I was in the Army. I was in California. All kinds of things. Anyway, it's coming out on September 19th. It's available to pre-order on Amazon right now. And you can get into NetGalley and do I think it's called a review. So anyway, it's out there. So check it out, Barbara Frisco, and it's in there. It's on there. It's on Amazon. You can't miss it.
What's your last name? I love it. What's your last name?
It's called A Splendid Gift, and it's about
Spell
60
your
years.
last name.
The last name.
Okay.
Frisco, Prisceaux. I'll bring it around.
It's French.
Yeah. Anyway, it's very exciting. I finally got published.
Congratulations. So I also want to say that this is a memoir, and in 2024, she's likely to give a presentation on writing a memoir. So I'm really looking forward to that. Aren't we, Barbara? Aren't we, Barbara?
I'm working on it.
Perfect.
Who did your cover? It's wonderful.
Oh, that's my nursing school. Actually, I graduated from nursing school from Bellevue, and this is my graduation picture.
But who put the cover together?
This is Indigo River Press put it together.
Okay. It's
They did a
wonderful.
really good job with the book.
did.
So I'm very pleased. I
Yeah.
looked forever for an agent, couldn't get one. I finally went to a publisher, and they said, "I'll take it, I'll take it." But
Do you have a picture of the cover?
not with me, but yeah, I can send it.
Yes, send
I
me
can send it.
an image of the cover, headshot of you,
Okay.
and a bio of the book. Also, send me
I'll
information
send my,
on,
my website also.
yes,
I'm on a website, Barbara Pisco. It's in there.
and send it to webmaster@scwg.org.
Okay, write it for me so I can do it.
And if you forget, you can email me and I'll give you the info.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Okay?
So anybody who's struggling to get published, it's possible. You can do it. It took me forever, but I finally did.
Do you want to read?
Hello.
Hello.
So we're writers here, but I don't want to leave out any script writers, screenplays, things that people might be doing in the film space. I am doing a short film at the moment. We're shooting July 7th, 8th, and 9th. Well, that's our target because we got a green light to shoot at a very nice hotel in Orlando, but they can't do the weekend after a holiday. So FYI, if you want to do a shoot, make sure it's far away from a holiday, especially a major holiday. I do want to say that I'm learning more about the business side, and unfortunately, especially in this climate, as a writer, you need to be very aware, if not capable, to handle the business administrative side. For film specifically, indie films, which means it's not produced by a large production company like Fox, like New Line Cinema, Paramount, blah, blah, blah. 4 out of 5 don't make their money back.
Wow.
So to me, what that says is this has nothing to do with the money. It's not about making money. It's about making art. It's about saying things that you think are worth saying, and it's about creativity. So if you do have an idea, don't be afraid to do it. I am on a very low budget, but I have wonderful people, artists, creatives, who said, who cares, we'll figure it out, let's do it. So it's okay to do things that are considered, I think it's Z films, like I know you've heard of B films, but it goes all the way down. So don't be afraid. And it's wonderful because there's festivals all over the world that would love to see your story.
Yes.
So that's my news, and I'm very excited about it. It's something that I think is just the beginning of more to come.
That sounds
What's
great.
the name of the film?
The name will be Anything for a Star.
Anything.
For a Star.
And your name again?
My name is Corey
Corey? Corey.
Sims, S-I-M-S. Yes.
It's like the game.
Yeah, I got that a lot in middle school. Yes.
If you're fundraising, I'll give you $1 for that.
Oh, I would love $1.
That flower.
I'll give you this flower for $1. Yes, every penny counts.
I love it. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes. It's all right.
It's all right, we got time.
It's raining. Nobody wants to leave just yet.
Well, I didn't think I was gonna make
Pouring.
it. Ash sent me a special invitation
Thank
last night.
you.
And
Thank
I'm so
you.
glad, and I sent her a note this morning saying, I'm not coming again.
Come over here.
Because,
Thank you, honey.
you're welcome. I am Mary Brotherton. Some of you know me, some of you don't. I used to work with, I used to be a member of Space Coast Writers Guild. I'm going to be a member again. It has taken me a long time to get back to this. I don't come to meetings often because I do live in Merritt Island. And when it's storming up there, it's usually not when it's here, and vice versa. And I came through all the storm because I love Ash so much. But I want to tell you just a quick little bit about me. I am the founder of Be Unique, which is a not-for-profit. I can give you each one of these tiny little magazines. I want to talk to you. We have done award-winning films internationally and locally, and we have made money. I can
Okay.
Not really, but I can kind of steer you in the right direction. I'm not donating any money to you because I donate all my money to Be Unique. But it took me 40 years to get off my, you know what, to get this out. It's a memoir, true stories about angelic encounters. And as soon as I did, and I published this through Be Unique, which is the nonprofit, I can help you guys with that too. But as soon as I did that, I mean, literally 2 weeks after I had this book in my hand, I had this, oh my God, what am I doing here? I'm doing an idea to do this. It is
that's
a
beautiful.
children's book, and it came to my head, write a children's book about angels. Okay, no problem. I've written 5 children's books already. Haven't published any of them yet because y'all don't know, unless you've been in the children's industry, it is extremely hard to find a reliable illustrator that doesn't just give you, oh, she's going to do my book, he's going to do my book. Where did he go? You know, that's what happens to me. And it has been happening for years and years and years. So I'm like, well, I'll just write another book and I'll figure it out later. So I started working on it. For 2 weeks, I wrote the most miserable lines of poetry for this book. Could not get the words to come together. And I'm like, giving up. So finally, I sat down and I did a little meditation and a little bit of prayer and a little bit of why did you tell me to write a book about angels and then hold the words back? And all of a sudden this voice said, am I supposed to be doing this? Okay. I heard a voice tell me, paint the pictures and the words will come. And I'm like, I'm not a painter. And that same voice said, yeah, that's what Michelangelo told me too. And I'm like, dang, now what am I gonna do? So for the next 6 weeks, I painted all these crazy pictures that looked like sticks and leaves and hoped the children didn't care. And my son called me on Christmas Day and we were talking about it, and he is an artist, and he said, Mom, try using AI. And I'm like, what the heck? How? When? Nope, not gonna happen. And that was before all this craziness about, is AI legal? Is AI possible? And in fact, one day I hope to do a presentation
Yes.
here about the legalities and the copywriting and all that other stuff. But I made the pictures, hundreds and hundreds of pictures, and then one day the words just started flowing. And within 4 months of the idea, I had the book in hand.
That's awesome.
And now I've been hired to write, to illustrate another person's book, and she's spreading the word. She's got other people lined up waiting for me.
Perfect.
So,
That's great.
if y'all need a busy person, if you need something done, ask a busy person to do it. There ain't nobody on this world busier than me.
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, please.
For you. From it to you. Okay.
Okay. I think most of you know me. My name is Rose Kendrick. I have two things. Mary's book. I have a great-great-grandchild who is being adopted. He was born with problems swallowing. He was in ICU for 3 months of his little life. Every day, at any noise, he smiled. He was always smiling. My friend Mary said that's because angels were talking to him. When her book came out, I bought the book, I gave it to the baby, figuring he would eat it. Whatever, because he's now almost a year and a half. He sat down with the book, Mary's got the picture. He sat down with that book and opened every page.
Wow.
Didn't tear it up, didn't do anything, he just read the book. And in my heart, I feel like she wrote it.
That's
It's
precious.
like my little symbol.
You got your first testimonial. Oh my goodness.
I've gotten a lot of testimonies.
Wow.
You got the picture. I sent you the picture.
Yes, they're just
Anyway.
so cute.
Second thing is, I have 2 columns in the Happenings newspaper in Fort St. John. One of them is called On the Road with Rose. It's about things in Brevard County that don't cost a lot of money, but a lot of people don't know about it. I did one on a place called Field Manor. It's an old 1800s house in Merritt Island, one of the first houses. It's now a wedding venue, and they're trying to turn it into a museum. I did a piece on it, and I sent the script to the lady who runs the place. She used it to get a grant. She used my
Oh,
script
awesome.
to get a grant. Then when I brought her some of the papers, regular papers, and I handed it to her, she opened it up, she immediately revised her
Site.
communication with the grantors and asked for more money.
Nice.
So she's gonna get more money because she liked the way that the newspaper
The
looks.
gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm proud of.
Perfect. That's great. You don't have to just mention it. It's really cool. She told me something and I liked it, and I thought everybody should at least hear it.
So, I wrote a nonfiction book, I wrote a nonfiction book, and I have it in the car. I didn't bring it, because I didn't know I was gonna share it.
It's okay.
But,
Maybe do it.
it's about, raising your dog. And what I did was, I was looking for ideas to do a punchy nonfiction book, something like 100 pages, something really quick that I could put together and get out there. Something I know a little something about, because you don't have to be an expert to write a punchy book. You just, say, I'm not an expert, but this is what I found out, okay? And so that was my idea. So I went on ChatGPT and I said, give me some titles for a short, punchy nonfiction book on raising your dog. And I got a bunch of them, and I went through there and I picked the one I liked. So I put that up, and then I went to ChatGPT and I said, using this title, what chapters would I use? Give me the names of the chapters. It gave me the names of the chapters, and I picked and choose, and it just went through the development of a nonfiction book. It was perfect. So I did that. Then when it came to trying to write the chapters, it was a little bit more difficult because I like to write in my own style, so I didn't use it for that so much. I used the internet, I used, different research areas to write the book. What Cynthia wants me to talk to you about is I wrote a fiction, and I was trying to get some honest critique about what I wrote, and so I went on Google Bard and I said, first of all, I need you to read my book, and because it's on Amazon, it was able to do that. It read my book in like 4 seconds. And then I said, do an honest critique on character development, plot line, and give me what you think. And it did that. And I wish I had I had it for you, because it really was, I loved it, because nobody's biased. I mean, it's not biased, so anyway, it's just a thought.
Wow.
I thought that was
That
crazy.
is amazing.
And at least something to fool
So
around with.
what I'm trying to say is, just be careful what you use it for. It's a tool. And if you can think, how can I use this to help me become a better writer, then, if you have like the honest feedback and things like that, it's perfect. Yeah.
Well, recently, I don't know if you guys have seen the news, but a lawyer used it to create a document and said, is this case law real? And it said yes, and none of the case law was real. So he got in big trouble with it.
Yeah, you have to be very
So,
careful.
Don't believe everything it says.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if you've taken my class, everybody likes to use Canva and all these programs to make covers, and I've been against that. And I'd always say, if you're not a graphic illustrator, don't do a homemade cover. Well, the guy I've been using for 10 years kind of disappeared on me. He's from Germany, and who knows what happened. So I got stuck. So I went to AI, and I started putting in some prompts. Unbelievable. So I've redone 3 covers now, and I've taken elements of that and put it together with other things. And I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna ever go back to an illustrator. It's amazing what you can do now.
And for your synopsis, you could ask it to read your book and give your synopsis. It just depends on how you ask the question. You have to be very careful, because it's going to give you what you've asked for, so you have to know how to ask the questions. But you can have this synopsis written, and if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. But
I did run into a problem. So one of my books, I wanted a guy falling off the hotel in Melbourne, actually. And that's what the book's about. And they wouldn't do it. It said, no, this is too violent. It wouldn't have a guy falling off. Come on, it's a book. It wouldn't do it.
Right. And also, like she said, it's a tool. She used it for an honest critique. She got back an honest critique. She can use it, fix it up. That's not going to take the place of beta readers. It's not going to take the place of a human person looking at it and telling you how they feel about it. However, when you get to the beta reader and when you get to your editor, it's going to help you make that a more perfected product, so that your T's are crossed, your I's are dotted, your commas are right, and that kind of stuff is good to go. It's the best it could be before you take it to beta readers and editors and so on. Again, it's a tool like any other tool.
Right.
Use it properly and use it responsibly. That's the PSA for the day.
so what I've learned is that, as a writer, you have your own voice. So it's not going to be able to mimic that.
No,
So
and
you're
it shouldn't.
probably not
It shouldn't.
going to want to use it to write your story, but to get ideas and, do research, as a tool.
It has its purpose.
Well,
Yes,
there are
yes.
programs that'll analyze the word, and they'll kick it out. If it's a certain percent of AI, they can tell, and it's like.
Yep, they do.
Yeah, they won't
There's an
publish it.
acronym, GRPT something or other.
GPT.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
You have to be
they're running it
careful
in universities and various other, and legalities also. That's quickly happened. They probably found out. I'm surprised he did not do his due diligence, pardon the loyal, legal term, to double check that. That's a little surprising, but
It was a pro forma document. It was something that normally he would whip out
Yeah.
really fast.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
He was just like, is this
real.
Is this real, or is this case law real? And it said yes, and he was like, okay, I gotta go, and then submitted it.
Wow, that's amazing. Anybody else? Anything? Yeah.
I wanted to add on the legality side, have you caught up with the Internet Archive lawsuit? Are you familiar with the Internet Archive? So the Internet Archive is like the super digital database where any print publication is available. During COVID, to support, let's say, our unfortunate circumstance, they released everything for free to everyone. Now, a few big publishers, including HarperCollins, is coming after this nonprofit organization to, I guess, penalize them and to revoke and try to get back money lost. But this lawsuit is something to follow because it will change the law and most likely not in our favor. Most likely. So this is fun to find out, but we're gonna find out real quick that it's not, we're not on the winning side as far as the consumer and the reader and the writer.
Thank you.
That's what I want to share.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything new? Nothing? We're good? You sure? Nothing? Okay. All right. Next, giveaways. We have our first giveaway is a postcard holder. Yes, honey.
I did not get it.
I didn't get a ticket.
Oh, all right. Let's give the tickets.
Who didn't get a ticket, raise your hand.
I'll still discuss the postcard holder, which obviously you can use for postcards. You can use for business cards, depending on how large they are or their configuration. You can use for bookmarks.
Like that tape.
Yes, exactly. You can use it for pretty much anything at any display or on your kitchen counter when your friends and family come over and you pitch them as well.
You lost yours.
So this is the first item that's going to go out. If you don't have the ticket, just raise your hand. Going once, going twice. I'm going to need.
All right, the first one, let's, here.
Perfect.
All right.
Then pick
You
this
can
up.
read it.
Okay, I believe they all start out with 840, so I won't be reading that. 9494. Marjorie! Yay!
All right, next one, we'll have Ashley.
Okay, we have 9489. Oh, I didn't tell you what it was. This is the Inspired Writers Center anthology book. It's full of anecdotes. There are 3 in here that had me in tears, actually. It's all inspirational stories. Did you win it?
I think so.
Perfect! That's awesome! Congratulations. Thank you. Next. Oh, wait, can you pick the next number?
Yes, please. There you go.
Can't wait to cry. There's one in particular.
There you go.
That was
dear.
amazing. Okay, 9. Oh, we did it again. This one is a memoir from Colleen Pierce.
Was here.
Yes. And very funny, very humorous take on life. She could probably tell you better than I. And you'll get to know her real well once you win it. And it is 9478. Dang it.
Oh.
You? Perfect. There you go. Thank you.
All right, you get to pick the winner.
And there's a second volume.
All right, awesome.
How many words?
Right.
Okay, this is for when you have writer's block and you can't think and you need to engage elsewhere. A puzzle is always really good to do so. And it's also a puzzle about coffee because many writers here, I'm sure, indulge in the beverage. whether hot or cold, although I'm an old school girl, so I can't have iced coffee, it just does me wrong. So this is a puzzle for you to put together, and the winner is 9493. Perfect, Heather.
I don't like purple work on.
Then you can pass it out.
Okay, thank you.
We'll do ring around the cozy. Perfect.
There you go.
Oh my God, keep on giving.
All right. Next. Huh? Oh, you want to give one? All right, thank you. Anne Marie Wolf, Santa has retired.
Oh, that's, let me
Perfect.
cry.
There we go. So you get to pick the winner.
It's her book. She didn't say it, but it's her book. Santa has retired. It's a children's book. Absolutely adorable.
It's about Santa hanging out on Cocoa Beach on Christmas Eve with the surfing Santas.
I see a lot of perfect. I see a lot of Santas. Plenty of them.
9473.
That is me.
No, it's okay.
Okay, we have one more giveaway.
One more, okay. All right, you can
Okay.
pick the winner.
This is because when you get the blood pumping, the words come better. So it's a gift certificate to a gym. It is, I'm pretty sure it's for 1 month. Yeah, good for 1 month. Building Bodies Fitness Center. It's in Rockledge. And if you don't want to get the blood pumping, I'm sure someone in your family or friend group would appreciate 1 month of this service. And the winner is 9483. You sure?
Absolutely.
Somebody else? Anybody else? Have her pick it.
Okay.
She's like, I ain't got no business going to no gym.
There we go.
9476. Yeah. Next. If I knew how to do, what do I do? Just hit it? You got it? Oh, perfect. Okay.
Magic.
Obviously, yeah, every month we always advise you to go ahead and promote with us, whether you have a website, whether you have a book, your bio, your picture. We will promote you. Obviously, it's a free charge to members. I link our link across many different channels, across many different social media networks. So you really don't know when your face is going to be out there. And it's really, I personally think it's a great social media tactic for you to put yourself on. So please remember to go ahead and send that information. It goes to webmaster@squig.org, which is Dan. Dan monitors that. And he will make sure to get you on the website. And then the only thing that we do is if you have other platforms, whether Facebook or any social media or a website, if you then link our link, cross-reference, then we help each other. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Next. Thank you.
Can I say something
Yes.
about that? So, thank you so much for displaying my Krispy Kremes with Colleen event. It wound up being phenomenal.
Awesome.
I am on to something. I'm telling you, I'm on to something because it was so well received that they want me to do it again every month.
Oh, wow.
So I am going to be putting it out there. I offered it to Joanne first. I'm going to bring in members of our group to do readings with me and promote their books.
Okay, perfect.
Wow.
Because who didn't like going to the library as a kid and being read a book?
Right.
And
Yep.
nobody promotes your book better than you.
Yep,
And
yep.
I thought I'd be all nervous and everything. It was just a lovely event.
That's
And
wonderful.
you could have heard a pin drop in the room. I sold 12 books. It was just
That's awesome.
wonderful.
And thanks so much for telling us that. Thank you so much for coming back and saying that, because often we're on the front end about what you can do. And then when you do it, we don't often hear how great it was, or maybe how we could tweak something, that comes along the way. So thank you very much
And word of
for
mouth,
telling us that.
Word of mouth is going crazy on Facebook. They're saying, oh, I wish we could have made it. I heard from my neighbor. I did it on the 3rd.
No, where?
Oh, at my, and that was another thing, thank you. I did it at my condo complex, has clubhouse. So the rental for the room was $25. And then I
Perfect.
just got a couple dozen Krispy Kreme donuts, and I got a jug of coffee from Dunkin' Donuts.
Yep.
And I had it at 10:30 in the morning, just for an hour, and I read 2 of the excerpts from my book.
Perfect.
And left it open to questions, and there were questions, how did it go about doing this, blah, blah, blah. There was one inspiring writer there.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, you have got to join this group and meet me for coffee because I need to get going on my second book, and we need to inspire each other to get going.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you have a clubhouse available or a space that you can just invite some people in, or I got a book club booking from that
Perfect.
too.
That's
So
perfect.
they're having me over in August.
That's great.
And I also got a booking from O'Galley Yacht Club to come and talk to their book club.
That's awesome. Good for
So
you.
it just snowballed.
I love it. So then what we could do for you, since it's an ongoing thing, we'll just keep it on the website ongoing. Okay, you let us know your date, your time, we'll update it properly.
We'll update the dates, yep, soon as you know a new date.
Yeah.
New
And
date,
any place else that
location.
you'll be appearing, just send the link or info, we'll find the link, and we'll just keep adding it on. That's
Right.
perfect. Thank you, that's wonderful, yes.
So along that same line, a friend of mine had written a book, Rick Mall, he's come to this several times, I'm sure he's but they feature it at Black History Month. So I went to hear his talk, it was a very good talk, and the lady there, and then we started talking. So she wanted he and I to talk at a Catholic church, and that was last Thursday. And, you don't know how that's gonna go. It was amazing. They gave us a free lunch, and I spoke 20 minutes. The topic was what it really takes to be an author. So I talked for 20 minutes, he talked for 20 minutes, and I sold 23 books.
Wow.
No time at all. So
Wow.
it was, those things
Yes.
really helped.
And wouldn't you like to hear about the book you're going to purchase before you purchase
Yeah.
it?
Right.
Mhm.
Let me have a sample. I might not like it. And I told them, I will not be offended
Right.
if this isn't your thing. I would rather you listened and deciphered that rather than buying a book and then not liking it. And then I feel
Not like it and then badmouth it because you didn't like
Yes.
it. Leaving that up to, because that's, someone's own interpretation. Someone else might thoroughly enjoy it. So that's great,
And the book
that's
fairs
wonderful.
are great, but look at the saturation.
Right.
I
It's
found
always exciting for people to meet an author.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if it's an indie or
Yeah.
famous or whatever. Oh my God, it's an author.
I know it.
And I think it's because there's an author in all of us,
That's
you know?
right, right.
And that we kind of
And who
invoke
is-
that.
I've met a few authors in my days, when I was younger before I wrote, and it was like, oh my God, I'm an author. It's like, whoa, it's like a movie star.
Yep, precisely. Mhm. So again, if you have a site, anything you'd like for us to promote for you, just say the word. Yes,
Is this a perk of membership or is this a fee added?
it's a perk of membership, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's no additional fees. You already pay your $40 a year, you're good. So we'll
Yep.
promote you. As long as you promote us too.
Right.
On your website. So that's
Quid
it.
pro quo. Okay, next. Short story anthology is currently underway. We did have a deadline date of June 30th, which has been extended to July 15th. So you do have a little bit of extra time. The theme is secrets. I'm pretty sure most of you are aware of that. So if there are any secrets lurking around in a memoir, in a fiction, even a poem, and I'm really sure you can spin that. You could probably help me out with that. Please feel free to turn it in. The guidelines are on the website. There is a 350-page threshold this time because of keeping it tight. And for costs, everybody's gotten the email. If you've printed before, the KDP, everything's insane. So, there's that to keep in mind. So if yours is submitted and we've already reached the threshold, unfortunately, we won't be able to use it, but keep it and respin it for next year's anthology. And then part of the guidelines, I will mention, there is a $10 entry fee this year. It covers the cost of the book. It also helps to not dip in further into our funds, which we're hoping to recoup, as we have a lot of things that we're hoping to bring you, and then we will be pulling from that. However, full transparency, 2 days ago, I did have a member bring some concerns up about it. We had been addressing it back and forth, she and I. Actually, she was supposed to be here. I don't see her here, otherwise I would have just addressed it personally, but we're not actually addressing it today. We are keeping the $10 fee intact for this one. We're way too far into it. We've received payments, so on and so forth. However, her points are valid, and we will have a discussion about that throughout the month, and we will be meeting on it for July. It will be a part of July's agenda, so that everything is fully transparent. I just wanted to make sure that I brought that up so everybody was aware of that. Yes, sir?
When you say the cost of the book, that's the book you give to every writer who's in the book?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct, yes.
But it costs of publishing too. So Amazon has raised their publishing fees. As anybody who's got publishing books knows very well. Now that you want to buy your own book to sell your book, you're going to have to give Amazon more money. And the same goes for the Guild. We're no different. So that's just a couple of.
When is this published? When do you feel it's going to be published?
She's got a better handle on it.
Probably, if all goes well, by the end of August.
Really?
Yes, if all goes well, we'll be able to distribute it in September, during the September meeting. If all goes well, because between covers and editing, and there's a lot of work to be done, so.
It's a construction project, so if you get a deadline, you know to push it forward, right?
I know, I have to edit, I found a typo or two.
Yeah, see? There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Any other questions about that? Yes.
How are you gonna pay? How's payments going?
The $10 is normally online, right?
It's everything's on the website.
Yeah,
There's
you click
there's a link,
to, you click to enter your submission, and you click to enter your fee. And it's all on the same section on the website, on the homepage, so you don't have to, go searching for it or anything like that. Anything else?
And if you have any questions, please reach out to bod@scwg.org.
Yep, or me
And we'll
personally.
answer all your questions.
At president@ or cmh@cynthiamhole.com. However way, or my number, 321-855, no, just kidding. Okay, next,
One thing about the payment link
Yep,
is for people who are maybe concerned about their card numbers and whatnot, we don't get those. That's actually handled by Square. Like Stripe handles our memberships, Square handles that. We get none of that information to us. It's all
yeah, it's all encrypted in the platform,
Correct.
right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
so, and I don't even know if they keep it. I think that you have an option of, save my card or don't save probably.
Yeah, I would never save a card.
But, yeah,
Right.
so, but, we don't get that. That's just Square.
Processing.
That processes it, yeah. And they take their 50 cents or whatever out and give us the
A
balance.
little more than that, but okay.
50, 60 cents, something like that.
Rising costs.
Yeah.
Okay, next. So, when we all came in, obviously, and this is not just the board, the new board now, this has come from other board members and also just general members, fine-tuning what the Guild defines, what we are, who we are, why we do it. It's nothing out of the ordinary, just reinvigorating some new energy, some fun, some anticipation. And with that, we're anticipating a new tagline to refocus on this new focus. So we're opening that up to members. Think about what the Guild means for you, what it does for you, what it represents for you, and if you have an idea for a tagline that represents, keep it under 6 words because that's the best. You don't want a tagline that's 10 words. 6 words is even probably pushing it. But if you have an idea, please submit it. You can submit it to bod@squig.org or president@squig.org. We're going to put it in a general document. And what we're going to do, we're going to collect them. And then throughout this month, we're going to fine tune them as a board to a certain amount, depending on the number of submissions that we receive. In July, we're going to send you all a document with all the choices, which you, the members, will then vote on. And another thing, if you like the one that we have now, still, which is, I believe, we're all about writers, here we go, sorry.
Writers and writing.
We're all about writers and writing. If you like that one and that suits you and you like it, then just send an email. I like the one that we have. We will include it in one of the options to choose moving forward. That being said, it has been mentioned before, I'm not sure if everyone here has heard, we're going to start to have more of an engagement on social media, with Facebook being the one that we're starting with, because it's the one that can garner more engagement from you, our members. And also you can all collaborate on Facebook a little bit better with whatever topics we should discuss. And along with that, and any other social media platform that we intend to use, we will make sure to use our new tagline for it. So
I have a question.
it will be, yes, honey.
What is the name of our Facebook page so people can join and be friends?
That's great. I don't even know it yet. You know it. That's on you.
I think it's the Space Coast Writers Guild.
No, it's just Writers Guild.
What?
Yeah, but we, okay.
Well, there's actually, I've looked into this.
Yeah.
May I?
Please.
There's actually about.
Over here.
Oh, over here?
Yeah, right.
Oh. Who's the guy that sent that?
I don't know, but I love it.
There's about 3 different Facebook pages that we have. And one of the things that we need to do is settle on one
Yep.
and get rid of the other 2. Because
Yep.
it's some people post on this one, some people post on this one, some people post on that one, and just over
It's
the years.
sporadic, right, it's all over the place.
Yeah, over the years, people have, so I think one of the,
Yep.
we talked about having a Facebook presence, we
Yep.
need to settle on
Yep.
which of the pages, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah, and also whichever one we decide on, I'm gonna send an email on that. This is the one to look for. Here's the link for it. You go to it, you sign up. This is gonna be very simple on your part. I don't really need you to go into Facebook and search us out. That does you no good. So know that once we start it, you will be informed via an email, and you can just click on it and you'll be good to go. And then what I was saying is the new tagline, or the old one, should we keep it, will start to be in use in every single post that we do, across everything that we do, to help us, to help ourselves remember what we are all about. And it's good in social media to go ahead and put it, this is what we are. If we use this one, we're all about writers and writing. Say it from the beginning, close it out at the end, and it helps unify the post, which really helps unify the message that we're trying to send out. Okay? Yes?
Another thing we need to come up with, maybe later on, is a hashtag.
Mm-hmm.
Like right off the bat, hashtag SCWG. That's right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
You can use that, but other hashtags that are related to writing and publishing
And that's the best way also to send it out, because with the Guild Facebook, you don't have to be a member of the Guild to participate in the Facebook page, which really helps out, because if one particular post happens to be your book, oh my God, Tom's book was so great, blah, 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 and somebody from California sees it, wants it, buys it, that's the whole purpose. Yes?
I know 2 very popular hashtags on both Twitter and Facebook are am writing and author's life.
Mm-hmm.
People recognize that worldwide.
I use am writing on all of my posts. Every single one of my posts on all 3 of the social media platforms that I use. Am writing and love to read also is another one I like to use. But
Authors of Facebook and authors of Twitter also is another one that's used heavily. Authors of Facebook, just written right out, or authors of Twitter, hashtag. That's another one. Poetry, also there's a ton for poetry as well. WHIP, hashtag WHIP.
Work in progress.
Yep, that one is huge too. That's how many authors engage with their readers on their personal Facebook pages. They'll do hashtag WHIP, and they give their readers a little snippet about what they're working on, their work in progress, character development. The readers get excited, like they got some inside news, which technically they do, and it just keeps drumming interest up for when the book drops. Okay? I think we're good with that. Next? Okay? Yes, honey?
I just wanted to give a gentle reminder.
Please come.
Of the Aldo Award. Thank you. Hey everybody, I just wanted to give you a reminder about our Don Aldo Award. I began collecting submissions June 1st, and I have 2 so far, but I would love to see more. Last year I received 9. So again, if you have published a book that is substantially set in Florida, and you published it within the last 2 years, please submit the first 50 pages double-spaced on Microsoft Word to my email address, which is on the website at SCWG.org. And I will be collecting submissions until August 1st. Thank you.
Thank you.